Hey guys, welcome to today's video and welcome on into my beauty stash. I have the new Cozy Cabin collection from Simply Posh Cosmetics to share with you guys today. This is going to be a limited edition cheek and eyeshadow palette set that's going to drop November the 6th at 3 p.m. CST. You can use my affiliate discount code Steff to take 10% off of your order. I'm always happy to support Simply Posh Cosmetics because they are local to me here in South Texas in the Rio Grande Valley. Shout out to Kayla, the owner. Thank you so much, Kayla, for sending these products my way. Let's take a peek inside these two new palettes. So new for Simply Posh is going to be the Cozy Up Cheek palette. This is going to be an 8-pan palette that contains 4 blushes and 4 highlighters. I like the variation in tone of both the blushes and the highlighters. I think a wide array of skin tones will be able to benefit from this palette, and you do get a full-size mirror. This palette will retail for $40. Now keep in mind, this is a limited edition collection. I would imagine they'll do maybe one restock during the season, but maybe that would be it. So if you like anything from this collection, I would definitely grab it on Monday, November the 6th at 6 p.m. CST. Let's take a peek inside the 18-pan eyeshadow palette. This eyeshadow palette, you do get a full-size mirror, is the same typical layout as the other Simply Posh Cosmetics eyeshadow palettes, where you have a row of mattes at the top and at the bottom, and in the middle you have these amazing multi and duochrome shadows. These are very foiled. I would say they're about at a medium when it comes to texture, not too smooth, but not overly texturized either. I think they're gonna work on just about everybody, and they have some amazing shifts to them. The matte shades feel very buttery and smooth, so you're getting 12 mattes and 8 different duo shimmer multi-chrome shadows. I'm loving this color story, warm and cool tone combine. Perfect combination, and I'm loving the artwork too. How cute is that? I am going to be creating 2 different looks with the eyeshadow palettes. I'm going to be applying as many things as I can in the cheek palette, and we're just going to try this out. This will not be the last time you see this palette featured on my channel. I'm going to try and do a get ready with me video so that I can create another look. It's just I'm a little pressed for time today. If not, I'd be doing 3 looks with this palette. If it is your first time here on my channel, I just want to say hello and welcome to all of you. My name is Steff, and I love trying out new makeup. I am primarily a new makeup review channel, but I do multiple looks with eyeshadow palettes, makeup ranking videos, all that good stuff. If that sounds like something you want to see and somewhere you want to be on pretty much a daily basis, I do tend to upload quite a bit. Do me a favor, click on that subscribe button and hit the bell next to it. That way you can be notified every time I do drop a new video. And if you're a fan of indie makeup, maybe you've never tried Simply Posh Cosmetics before, maybe this is going to be a total brand first impression for you, be sure to give this video a thumbs up before you go. As usual, I will have everything that I'm wearing in today's video linked and listed in the description box. Some of those links might be affiliate links, so if you do end up shopping through them, I thank you so much for supporting me and my channel. Went a little vampy with the lipstick today. It is Halloween when I am filming this video, and maybe even Halloween when you're watching this video, who knows. But this is the lippy I have on. It is the Maybelline Vinyl Ink Super Stay Liquid Lipstick. It's in the shade 140 Charged. I'll be sure to have it listed in the description box. Let's get on into trying this Cozy Up collection from Simply Posh Cosmetics. If you guys want to see how these 2 palettes are going to perform, keep on watching. Okay, so we're going to start with the cheek palette first, and I'm going to be using my Lunar Beauty brush. This one is the number 5 brush. And so I'm going to do 2 blushes on each cheek. That way I can be sure to use all 4 blushes, and then we'll see on the highlighters. So I think what I'm going to do, I'm going to combine, I think I'll combine these 2, the lightest and the deepest shade in the palette. And I'm going to start first with the deepest shade. This one is called Winterberry and very pigmented. Let me tap some of that off. And I'm going to focus that. I don't have any bronzer here on my cheeks. I just have it on my forehead and on my temples. And I'm using the Say Cream Bronzer. Wow, that's very pigmented. Very pretty. These are gonna be a little more pink leaning blushes, which I think, you know, wrapping up 2023, pink blush was definitely a trend like in years past, and it continued on into 2023. But I am anxious to see the rise of purple blush and yellow blush and red blush. I think those started making a sneak peek in 2023, but I think we're definitely going to see those shades more so going into 2024. Let me know what you think in the comments. I know some of you would love to see those shades just as much as I would. I'm just going to clean the brush off on the back of my hand, and now I'm going to go into this baby pink, which is called Snug. Again, super pigmented. I'm going to focus this a little higher up, more on the apple of my cheek, a little under the eye as well. Work it on up to the temple. I would have loved to have seen a brush set with this collection. Maybe that's something they can give us in the next one. I think Simply Posh would make amazing makeup brushes. And I think if they don't have them already, which I should check their website, but they don't have them already, I think it's definitely a direction I would consider going in, because I mean, who doesn't want to have the complete package, right? I think that's beautiful. And these are matte blushes. Okay, so I'm going to switch brushes. Let's see. I'm going to go into, use this one right here from Eyeliner Cosmetics. What is this one called? This is the brightening brush. So now I'm going to go into this bright, like coral, reddish pink shade. This one is called Cozy Up. Very, very pigmented. Apply it over here. Guys, if you hear like a quacking sound, there is a mockingbird like right outside my window. He has been quacking, whatever you call it, all day, all morning. It is right after lunch when I am filming. I don't know, there has to be a nest there because they only do that when they're protecting their nest. But yeah, it's not me quacking. I don't own a bird. They're just right outside my window, and this room is half windows, so floor to ceiling windows, by the way. Loving that. Love it, love it, love it. We have some cooler temperatures right now, so I'm wearing a little sweater. I have the heater on. It feels really nice, but it's just like a really dreary day. All right, now I'm going to flip the brush over and I'm going to go into the final blush shade called Warm Wishes. I'm going to focus that up here. Wow. So this is going to have a little more peach in it. Okay, I need to take some off on the back of my hand. Ooh, I would say this is the brightest one, at least on me. Warm Wishes. Super pigmented. All right, so here we have the lightest and deepest shade, and then we have the two middle shades, which I think are actually the ones in the middle are going to be the brightest shades. But that is some amazing pigment. But you can see what I mean, that they're more pink leaning than anything. Now we're going to do the highlighter. I washed all my brushes, so I'm still in the process of washing my brushes, but a lot of them are nice and clean. I love it. So I'm going to go in with this highlighter right here. This one is called Merry and Bright, and I'm using the AOA Studio F19 brush. I love a baby pink highlighter. I'm going to focus that right up here. Ooh, look at that. Love it. Okay, now I'm going to flip the brush around and I'm going to go into the first shade, which is called Snowed In. I'm going to put that right in here. So both of these are frosty. I'm going to add a little bit up here. Very frosty highlighters. I'm going to go back in with the blush brush. This is the one I used on this side. Very smooth, very pigmented. I love it. Okay, now the other two are going to be a little deeper in tone. where is my other highlighter brush? Here you go. Here's one from Eyeliner Cosmetics. So I'm gonna start first with the lighter shade of these two. This one is called Miracle. I'm gonna focus that right here. So it's gonna be more of like a pale gold highlighter. Ooh, that is so pretty. Okay, and then I'm gonna pick up the final shade. This is gonna be a little bit, my focus, a little bit deeper in tone. This one is called Sweater Weather. Sweater Weather. Did I say it right? From Saturday Night Live. Beautiful, beautiful highlighters. I'm gonna go back in with the blush brush just to mesh them. Loving this palette. Again, you have to like pink tones in order to appreciate this blush palette. I do. I think you can't go wrong with shades like these. The highlighters are a very nice formula, as are the blushes. Everything is just very smooth, very pigmented, easy to work with. So far, I'd say we're off to a really good start. Let's start creating the first of two looks with the, what is it called again? Cozy Up eyeshadow palette. So I'm loving the green, but I'm also loving these warm tones over here. And then this like dark periwinkle shade, I think like this column right here is perfect. And that's one way you can approach the Simply Posh Cosmetics palettes. You can take them column by column to where you're only using 2 mattes and 1 shimmer, or you can mix around the palette, which you're gonna see me do today. I think where I wanna start is with this shade right here. So I'm gonna start with Cozy, and then I think I'm gonna work down to these 2 shades right here. So we're gonna go to Fireplace and then end with Chimney. And I did prime my eyelids already with the Sugar Drizzle eyeshadow primer. I don't know what's going on with my eyes today. They're like, maybe it's just allergies, like the changing of the seasons and stuff, but like they're kind of dry. I had to redo my concealer. I don't know. So hopefully it won't affect the eyeshadow. I'm using a BK Beauty A503 brush for the shade Cozy. Okay, very nice shade. I think it's true to its shade in the pan. Very easy to blend out. Now we're going to go in with the shade Fireplace in the crease. I'm taking this on a BK 211. Now this is a little redder than I expected. Looks a little more maroonish in the pan. Now on that same brush, I'm picking up the shade Chimney. Ooh, wow, super pigmented. I think I'm gonna do maybe the purple for the lower lash line. All right, I am loving the blend that we got there. Before I add the shimmer, I'm gonna go down to the lower lash line and I'm gonna go in with this shade right here. This one is called Wintry. I'm using a BK 210. Love that shade. That is so pretty. That would look beautiful in the lid and in the crease. All right, now I think I'm gonna go in with the shade called Lights, and I'm gonna take that on a BK Beauty A505. Just apply that up here. Now these shimmers are gonna have a clear base. So like I feel like I'm getting fallout. Yeah, I am. I would use a glitter primer or even use your finger to apply, but they're very, very sparkly. Now on the BK 210, I'm gonna go into this shade right here called Festive. I am gonna spray it, and that's what we're gonna do for the inner corner. Okay guys, ooh, that is so pretty. All right, I am gonna pop off camera to take care of the finishing touches, and I'll be right back to show you this completed look number 1. All right, guys, so here's the completed look number 1. I chose to do some lashes today, and I'm actually using the lashes I wore in my last video, and they are these from Kiss, the Muses collection in the style Noblesse. I had such a good experience with them yesterday, I decided to wear them again. I'm using Maybelline Sky High Mascara, a little bit of Rare Beauty liquid eyeliner on the top lash line, and for the lower waterline, a NYX Epic Wear eyeliner right here. This one is in the shade Saw a Ghost Pepper. This is one of their limited edition shades, by the way. Love this look. It's a little festive. Why am I getting patriotic vibes from this? I think like the periwinkle, the purple, looks a little more blue, at least on my monitor. Let me know what you think, but I love the way everything turned out. Loving that inner corner. Let's move over to the left eye and we'll start working on look number 2. So for look number 2, I would love to use the green and the blue. So I think we're going to move over here to this side of the palette. And I think I am going to start here with the shade. The shade is called Mistletoe. And I'm taking Mistletoe on a BK205. Just start by placing that right here. Oh, it's a little, this looks a little deeper than what I thought. I probably should have started with that lighter blue. But let's see what I can do with this. That's a very pretty green. I would say this is more of like a sage green. Very nice. Easy to blend out, easy to work with. Now I'm taking the dark green, which is called Cabin, on a BK211. These are 2 beautiful shades. Any time of year, really. I'll show you guys some comparisons to some other Simply Posh Cosmetics palettes that I think might be a little similar. We'll see. But that way you guys can make some good buying decisions. Did I tell you guys the price of the eyeshadow palette? The palette's going to be $45, less of course my affiliate code Steff or anybody else's. That gives you 10% off. Okay, really good. Really, really nice. I do want to add the dark blue. The dark blue right here, this one is called Snowfall, using the same brush. Let's see what that does. Oh yeah, that shows up. You know, am I getting a little Nomad Whistler Snow Lodge palette vibes from here? I'll pull that palette out and we'll see how they match up. That is a beautiful palette too, by the way. But I don't know, that one might already be discontinued. Ooh, I love the way those 2 shadows, or 3 shadows, I should say, paired with one another. Exactly what I wanted here. Perfect. All right, now let's do 2 shades. I'm going to start off with this one, Angel, and then I think I'm going to top it with Pine. Did I use, no, I didn't use Pine. Yeah, I'm going to use Angel and Pine together, but I'm going to do Angel all over and Pine in the center. I'm using my damp Morphe M124 for the shade Angel. Yeah, you're definitely going to get some fallout from these, so either do your eyes first or be sure you're wearing a glitter primer. But you can see the beautiful shifts, and you can see that there is a little bit of texture, but it's not crazy texture. That's why I would put it at about a medium. Now with my finger, I'm going to pick up the shade Pine. Look at that, beautiful. I'm going to apply it right here. Very good payoff with the finger. That might be something you want to do when applying these shimmer shadows. Look at how sparkly they are. That's what I love about Simply Posh. Very sparkly shimmers. Now I'm going to go in with the shade Tradition for the lower lash line. And I'm using my Rephr 26. So we're doing a little cool and then a little warm, kind of like what we did over here on the right. But you can see what I mean by mixing and matching the shades, like letting your brush go all over the palette. You don't have to stay within each column. Now I'm going to go in with the shade Candy Cane, and I am going to spray it, same Rephr 26. Apply that right here. I got to use quite a few shadows, guys. Like for only doing these 2 looks, I really made sure to use as many as I could. So I am going to take care of the finishing touches off camera. Woo! and I will be right back to show you this completed look number 2. Okay guys, so here is the completed look number 2. Same everything, also same eyeliner, just a different shade, but also a NYX Epic Wear liner in the shade Sophia, another limited edition. I don't know if it's still available, but it's like an orange eyeliner for the lower waterline. I love these two looks. I'll count up how many shades I was able to use in the palette and I'll let you know. And then we'll compare this palette to some others that you might already have from this brand and from others. Definitely want to take a look at that Nomad Whistler Snow Lodge to see how these two compare. But overall, very, very nice experience with this collection, and I'm loving these two eye looks. Okay guys, so I had a very good experience with this new Cozy Cabin collection from Simply Posh Cosmetics. Please keep in mind this is going to be a limited edition collection for the holidays. I would imagine there would be maybe just one restock of these, but I can't even be sure as to that. So if you want it, you got to make sure you set your alarm for November the 6th at 3 p.m. CST so you can pick up either both or one of these palettes. The eyeshadow palette will retail for $45 and the cheek palette will retail for $40. Again, you can use my affiliate discount code Steff to take 10% off of your order at Simply Posh Cosmetics. As far as the cheek palette goes, I loved it. I thought that including it in this collection was spot on. Again, I think the shades are going to be very pink leaning, so if that's what you like, then this palette is going to be for you. And I think that the highlighter shades are going to be great for a variety of skin tones, but they are your typical highlighter shades, meaning you have a white, you have a pale pink, a pale gold, and then a deeper gold. So if you feel like this is something that is missing from your collection, or maybe again, you're just new to Simply Posh Cosmetics and you want to try as much from the brand as you can, I don't blame you. I am here to tell you that this blush palette definitely has some payoff, some pigment, and it is smooth, buttery goodness. As for the eyeshadow palette, 18 different shadows, 12 matte, 6 shimmer. You do get a mirror. This is going to retail for $45. I loved it. This is the same great Simply Posh Cosmetics formula. Keep in mind that the shimmers, you will get some fallout from them. So definitely use some glitter primer, glitter glue, or do your eyes first. But look at these looks. I love the way these two looks turned out. The only shades I wasn't able to use was this one right here called Stalking, Gingerbread right here, this one, these two right here. So wish list and sleigh bells, but the mattes are a really good formula, very pigmented. Some do look a little bit darker on the eye versus what they do on the pan, so just take note of that. But I thought it was a very pretty color story, very perfect for that winter wonderland holiday season. Now, I did tell you guys I wanted to compare this to another Simply Posh Cosmetics palette and to the Nomad Cosmetics palette. Berry Icy was their release for winter. Was it winter 2022 or like early winter 2023? This could have come out earlier this year, like in January, but Berry Icy is predominantly a more cool tone leaning color story. Not too sure if this one is still in stock, but I definitely wanted to compare the two. And let me try, I got my pants dirty, but here we go. Am I in frame? There we go. So you can see they're different. They would definitely make nice companions, but you know, the only things that I think are the same are maybe like that light green and blue that are at the top of this palette. You kind of see a little bit of that in the Berry Icy palette. Other than that, I think they're pretty different to where you could have them both and definitely create different looks with them. I want to now look at the Whistler Snow Lodge palette from Nomad Cosmetics. So this one, let me see, do this. I think this is a little easier. Here we go. So you have Whistler at the top, and then you have the Simply Posh at the bottom. And you can see why I wanted to compare them, because you have like these green and blues in here that you have over there on the other side of the Simply Posh Cosmetics palette. They're not identical, they're similar. I'll leave it up to you whether you think they're different enough to have both of them, but I don't know if you wanted the Nomad, I don't know that you can get it because I don't know if it is still in production. I wanna say that it could have already said its goodbye. Not entirely sure. I do have a code with Nomad Cosmetics as well. I think my code is Steff10. Steff or Steff10, it'll be down here, and that will give you 10% off at Nomad Cosmetics. But overall, guys, I enjoyed my experience with the Cozy Cabin collection from Simply Posh Cosmetics, and I'm going to give it 2 big thumbs up. Thank you so much, Kayla, the owner of Simply Posh, for sending these 2 palettes my way. Very happy to welcome them into my stash. Now I want to hear from you. Let me know what you thought of this collection. Is it going on your wish list? Let me know which look you like best. Team 1, 2, none, all. Sound off in the comments down below. I want to thank you guys so much for watching another one of my videos. Y'all have a great day or night wherever it is you all are at. Stay hydrated, drink that water, and I'm going to see you all very soon. Bye.